Here he is on 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And the man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
2nd and 10 now. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To the air, 3rd and long. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. That one hits for 30. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They put a receiver in motion here left. They go play action on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st down from the red zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dolphins get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Buying some time right. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. From midfield now. Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 2nd and 3 now.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Play action on 1st down. Looking right, and he finds him.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's going to throw this one. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He's got a man left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on first down. Caught quickly on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
From the 24. He's got it at the 5. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. He rolls to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Going the wrong way. It's second and goal now, back at the 12. They give it to him up the middle. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy third and goal. Looking for a throw here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to fourth and goal. And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Getting that close in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Miami offense headed out there now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Miami. And quick to the left, it's caught. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still first down.
So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Shotgun snap. They're gonna throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Rolling out to his... Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Now we're on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll throw on 1st. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock. Trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing now from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10 now. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference. QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Man in motion, headed right. Throwing now, off play action. Headed out right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Dolphins 20, Browns 3.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they are just a hop and a skip away from midfield as he goes out of bounds up beyond the 45. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they played on their side of the ball.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 49-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Throwing off the play fake here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
They'll run for this. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Here's a give on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Dolphins headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. The throw is caught. And he's tackled for a short gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Browns getting their offense out there. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and long for him here. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Dolphins are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running it now out of the gun. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll go down here at the 16. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All I'm hearing in my head is touchdown and check down, because it was said about a gazillion times in the NFL to me when you get in the red zone. It's not sack. Touchdown to check down. You can't take a sack on 1st down in the red zone.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing from the gun here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Pass play now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. They've got 1st down from the 31. They are throwing it again. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And the defender comes away with it. He's off to the races. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. He tosses right to the short side. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Completed to his running back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again.
Round 6.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. They're throwing it. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for it and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
And he's brought down for a loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On 1st down, they'll run. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Dolphins nearing their first win of the season. They'll send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Here's a throw. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Dropping back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. They put a receiver in motion right. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5, it's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They send the tight end in motion. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Dolphins are gonna have it! And he's gonna hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth tape down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Plowing up the middle. He's got room to roam here. Good running here. He's across the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.